Welcome back to the channel, coin lovers and collectors. Today, we're exploring two of the most valuable and sought-after Canadian 1-cent coins in the market. Thumbs up, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you're passionate about rare and historic coins. Maple Leaf will be looking at the top 2 rare Canadian 1-cent coins, especially those rare silver versions that have become major players in the coin collecting world. These aren't just old coins. They're pieces of Canadian history, and some of the most valuable and desirable treasures collectors are hunting today. So if you're a coin enthusiast or someone who appreciates the beauty and significance of Canadian currency, you're in the right place. Round pushpin, let's get started. First up, the 2008 Canadian 1-cent coin. On the surface, it's just a penny, tiny copper-plated, barely noticed by most. But for those who truly understand the intricate world of numismatics, this small disc of metal could represent something far greater. The doorway to unimaginable wealth and instant fortune. For a select few, owning the right 2008 Canadian cent could change everything overnight. What makes this particular penny from 2008 so extraordinary? It begins with the era itself. By the late 2000s, Canada was already preparing for the eventual discontinuation of its penny. The mint was refining designs, testing compositions, and producing a dwindling number of coins with subtle and sometimes unintentional variations. Some of these rare coins, especially those struck with errors or made during limited test runs, escaped the mint's walls and now exist as whispers of mystery in the coin collecting world. Now imagine this. You're holding a 2008 Canadian penny that has a die error, perhaps a misaligned strike, a double date, or even an off-metal strike using a blank intended for a foreign denomination. Such coins are not supposed to exist, and that's what makes them priceless. They're anomalies, miracles of minting that slip through the cracks. And for collectors, they're the crown jewels. 1 cent might as well be $1 million if it's the right kind of rare. The fascination with coins like the 2008 Canadian cent lies in the thrill of the unexpected. While millions were produced, only a fraction may contain the secret variations that collectors crave. It's a game of precision, where magnifying glasses replace dice, and the stakes are astronomical. An error penny in mint condition with documentation and certification can command not just thousands, but potentially tens or hundreds of thousands, from elite collectors or auction houses hungry for the next big find. Condition, as with all coins, is key. A 2008 cent in pristine, uncirculated condition, untouched by human hands and sealed in its original brilliance, becomes an object of desire. It speaks of possibility. A dull, worn coin may be dismissed as junk by the untrained eye, but one with sharp edges, bright luster, and eye-catching flaw can be a golden goose. If you hold such a coin and know its worth, you're already ahead of the game. The emotional power of a coin like this cannot be overstated. To most, it's just a penny. But to you, it could be a secret fortune disguised as spare change. The sheer irony makes the story even sweeter. How something so small, so overlooked, could hold such explosive destiny. That's why the 2008 Canadian penny has become a whispered legend in certain circles, and why the truly rare ones remain so elusive. You don't need to be a millionaire to find treasure. Sometimes, the treasure finds you. And that's exactly the story of the rare 2008 Canadian penny. A coin that may have been minted in routine, yet carries within it a spark of destiny. Perhaps you found it in change, or saved it from your first trip to the store, unaware of the fortune that tiny coin would one day represent. Now it's time to look at it again, really look at it. With the right coin, your life can change in a moment. All it takes is knowledge, patience, and the will to believe that something small can lead to something colossal. Because while others scoff at pennies, the wise know that in numismatics, every cent counts. And the rarest of them all don't just count. They compound into wealth beyond imagination. Imagine the day you decide to auction it. The buzz it would create in collecting communities. The headlines. The bidding war. The final gavel drop as a collector or investor walks away with your tiny copper coin for a 6 or 7-figure sum. And you walk away with a new life. All because you didn't underestimate a penny. You paid attention. So before you spend, give that 2008 Canadian penny one last look. Study its edges, its shine, its markings. If you see something different, something off, it might not be a flaw. It might be the very thing that turns your luck around. Don't spend it at face value, because its real value may be far beyond what you can imagine. You don't have to dig through ancient ruins to find treasure anymore. Sometimes, treasure jingles in your pocket. The 2008 Canadian 1-cent coin is proof that hidden wealth doesn't always sparkle. It can sit quietly, waiting for the right person to see its potential. Will you be the one to unlock it? Imagine holding a single copper coin in your hand, a 2000 Canadian 1-cent piece. Seemingly ordinary to most. It's lightweight, unassuming, and bears the maple leaf design that Canadians have seen thousands of times. But what if I told you that this tiny sliver of metal could contain the kind of hidden value that could launch you into a new reality overnight? What if this very coin, the 2000 Canadian penny, holds a secret that transforms it from pocket change into a gateway to millions? This isn't fantasy. It's a strange and magical world of rare numismatics, where a coin is never just a coin. The year 2000 wasn't just the start of a new millennium. It was also a year of subtle transitions at the Royal Canadian Mint. Transitions that left behind traces, clues, and anomalies in the coins they produced. Among these were a limited number of experimental, error, or test coins that slipped through quality checks. These rare issues are the holy grail for collectors, especially if they're tied to a notable year or event. The 2000 Canadian cent is one such enigma. Though millions were minted, only a handful may contain the quirks that rocket their value into the stratosphere. Think of it like finding a golden ticket. Somewhere in the world, tucked in a jar or box, sits a 2000 penny with a slight die shift, a double strike, or perhaps a transitional metal composition used during testing. It's so subtle, most people would never see it. But a trained eye sees a glint of rarity, a detail that transforms copper into currency of dreams. When certified and authenticated by grading experts, such a coin can command tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. In a high-stakes auction, where collectors compete to own history, the right coin can make you a millionaire in minutes. What sets this apart is the sheer drama of contrast. We are talking about a single cent, something many discard or ignore, being worth more than cars, houses, or retirement plans. It's the ultimate underdog story, and you could be the hero. If you own a 2000 Canadian penny and haven't looked at it closely, you might be sleeping on a miracle. The coin's humble appearance hides its power, like a treasure wrapped in camouflage. It's the perfect disguise for something that could change your life in the blink of an eye. Collectors crave the 2000 Canadian cent for more than rarity. It's about narrative. Every coin tells a story, and the ones with errors, anomalies, or mintage oddities tell the most thrilling ones. If your penny has a unique feature, perhaps an off-center strike, or it's struck on a foreign planchet, it may be one of a kind. And the numismatic world pays handsomely for uniqueness. Suddenly, a cent becomes a centerpiece, a headline maker, a story worth millions. Think about what you'd do if your life changed tonight. One moment, you're flipping through a box of old coins, and the next, you're on the phone with an auction house, fielding offers from elite collectors. The coin world is small, but fiercely competitive. When a known rare coin emerges, the buzz is electric. Word spreads fast, and serious money follows. All it takes is one coin, your coin, to become the legend everyone wants. But beware, there are those who will try to buy your fortune for pennies. If someone offers you a few bucks for that 2000 penny, pause. Consider what they might know that you don't. Take your time. Have the coin professionally examined. Because if it's what some believe it could be, then it isn't just a coin. It's leverage, it's power. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity wrapped in copper. In this digital world, it's easy to forget the tangible things. But a coin is real. It carries weight. It's history pressed into metal. And for the 2000 Canadian 1-cent coin, that weight could tip the scale of your destiny. Maybe it sat in your drawer for years. Maybe you received it as change once and forgot about it. But now it calls to you. A small thing with massive potential. This is not the time to overlook the smallest detail, because it may be the one that makes you rich. The most powerful part of this story is that it's real. People have discovered coins that transform their lives. Hidden treasures don't just exist in fairy tales. They exist in the backs of closets, in the folds of old wallets, in forgotten childhood piggy banks. The 2000 Canadian penny has all the ingredients of such a story: rarity, mystery, value, and the thrill of discovery. You just have to recognize it. So before you cast aside that humble 2000 penny, look again. Look closely. What you think is ordinary could be the most extraordinary find of your life. Don't rush. Don't sell it without knowing. Don't ignore its quiet glow, because in your hand may lie a once worthless cent that now holds the power to rewrite your future. And in the world of coins, the smallest ones sometimes carry the biggest secrets. Your fortune may not be in the stars. It may be in your pocket. The 2000 Canadian 1-cent coin isn't just currency. It's possibility. It's power. It's proof that magic still exists in the most unexpected places. Let the world doubt pennies. Let the world laugh at copper. You know better. You know the truth. And if your penny is a penny, then your future is waiting to shine, 1 cent at a time.